Hello everyone, I'm making a small video just to see if I can obtain any information or any assistance with my issue. I am currently having entirely too much trouble obtaining certain things that belong to me, as well as copies of documentation. I believe they are intentionally being withheld from me. I also believe documents have been, information, has been intentionally misfiled within several departments within my city. I am the owner of Mount Vernon, New York, so that my title would be Senator of Mount Vernon, New York. I'm going to put the proper definition somewhere on the screen because too many people talk to me and they say, well, how do you own the city? I don't get it. How are you the senator? That's my title. You see, when I call these departments asking for information, asking for documents, asking for verification in any of their computers or systems or files, a lot of them respond like, how do you own the city? How do you have jobs within administrative offices and not know certain definitions and terms? That is so annoying. It's embarrassing because the majority of those calls were made to departments within my city. I don't know if it's all just a game to be played. Am I being ignored? Is it political assault, political harassment? Is it regular harassment or just sheer refusal of service? They're certainly disrespectful. I get phones hang up on me. I have people raising their voice at me. I had to go back and I had to go back and forth with several individuals. The information they claim to have on file in these computers are 100% inaccurate. It's too much of it, and I really need things to get put back into motion. My New York State driver's license / passport and a cell phone, along with other documents, are being held in the police department. Every time I try to obtain it, they say nothing's in the computer. As of November of 2021, they say nothing's in the computer. They used to be able to find it, and they would say, oh, okay, you have to call back and see what the district attorney says. Now they don't want to release my property to me. I was called to fill out reports, went down there, fill out police reports. They're putting inaccurate information on the documents. I put my correct first name and last name, my date of birth, but he put my store, my convenience store, as my home address or the address to my building. And I keep trying to ask them, put the information that's in the computer on these documents, because I was going to the DMV. This is not my home. This is my place of business. That went to the dumps because along with that replacement slip was a police report that had my maiden name on it, saying the co-owner of my ID, cell phone, and documents was an officer, Derek Williams. I'm going to blank his name out because I'm surely he wouldn't want anyone to do that, but they say co-owner, this guy. Like, what are y'all doing? I do not want them employed within my city anymore. And that goes for a couple of administrative assistants inside a couple of the offices in City Hall. They're disrespectful. They hang up phones. They leave me on hold. I had the district attorney's assistant tell me, well, nothing's in the computer. Well, your maiden name popped up. I see 4 cars underneath your maiden name. How does that make any sense? What kind of nonsense are y'all doing? They're playing a lot of games. I'm asking people to play them elsewhere. At this point, it's hard to do anything without a lawyer, but I know when it's really time to nip things in the bud. If that leads to, that's what I want it to lead to. Replacing employees. You don't want to work here. You don't want to do your job. Simply resign. Someone else will be more than grateful to have your job title. There's too much disrespect. I have people getting, say, for example, there's a Connet bill in my name, in my maiden name, that's being sent to one of my properties. I have the documentation that is attached to my convenience store with other people's information on it. I have the insurance company saying he owns my building and convenience store. The Mount Vernon City Court is entertaining eviction processes of family that lived in, that building. And I'm like, who's evicting these people? Oh, 8 Bedell. He has no authority to do anything. I tried to contact him so I can end that insurance contract, and he doesn't answer the phone. There's too much. I had tenants move in, evidently to share a small space, because I know what the building looked like. That's why I didn't really want to rent it out. I rented it out to one woman. I'm not getting payment from that. She has the lights in my maiden name. I don't see how that works. I go down to that department and try to rectify any of those situations. They say nothing's in the computer. That's one. 2, my family member, I'm not going to say, yeah, whatever. But then they try to turn around and evict them, saying that they're the landlords. 3, the relative of a former employee that I hired for the store is just sitting there chilling, being the clerk, won't get out of my store. I called the cops. They say he said the store is his. I'm like, look on your equipment. If you type in the address, my name will pop up. What are y'all doing? He just drives off. There's too much of it. I don't know what got into these people's heads. It's like after I refused to purchase a school for an employee in the police department, that's when all of my paperwork is getting messed up. She didn't even have the qualifications, let alone the money to do it. Like, no, ask somebody else. I'm trying to stay in a good mood, but when I talk about all of this, I get so friggin' angry. I'm trying to, stay positive and be grateful for God's blessings. I just recently celebrated my 1-year anniversary. I'm a mommy and a wife. Team Ivy League over here. I graduated college. I obtained a city. I have a lot of things good going for me. So for me to continuously walk around with a chip on my shoulder for, people's ridiculousness, I can't do it, In order to do a lot of this stuff, you need a lawyer. In order to get a lawyer, you evidently need an ID and a cell phone and all that stuff like that. They holding my stuff. They're not giving it back. I've contacted several people. I left a lot of people emails, including the city's mayor. And I don't even really think she got the information, the messages or the emails. I'm sure she would have, probably not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being ignored by everyone. And I would hope that she would, call me back to assist me, because it's foolishness, They want to make it a personal, a little personal petty quarrel back and forth between, we're not related anymore. After I divorced my ex-husband, his family should have went that way with him, not harassing me after I get remarried to my kid's dad. So that's just one thing. 2, all of these reports are disappearing. No one's not giving me copies of nothing. I'm wasting my time walking back and forth, being disrespected. I want all of that nipped in the bud, and I need some help. So please, if you can help,